There's the chocolate grinder.
Yes, one of the two I made, and the third one is on the glass itself.
You had several versions of the Nude Descending a Staircase, too, didn't you?
Yes, three, but this one is the first one that was shown at the Armory show.
The one the newspaper man called an explosion in a shingle factory.
Yes, yes.
In 1912, Marcel Duchamp saw one of his paintings refused at the Salon des Indépendants in Paris. It was then shown in 1913 at the New York City Armory show, where it was extremely hated. It was caricatured, publicly mocked, and even the president, Theodore Roosevelt, wrote about it. Take the picture which for some reason is called A Naked Man Going Downstairs. There is in my bathroom a really good Navajo rug which, on any proper interpretation of the cubist theory, is a far more satisfactory and decorative picture. Now, if, for some inscrutable reason, it suited somebody to call this rug a picture of, say, a well-dressed man going up a ladder, the name would fit the facts just about as well as in the case of the cubist picture of the naked man going downstairs. From the standpoint of decorative value, of sincerity, and of artistic merit, the Navajo rug is infinitely ahead of the picture. So why was Nude Descending a Staircase so controversial? First, let's take a look at the painting itself. It's a very abstract cubist painting where we can barely decipher the subject. Because of the title, Nude Descending a Staircase, we understand that the painting is actually several nudes being overlapped on top of each other, creating a sense of movement. The title here is very important. In French, it's Nude Descending l'escalier, and the word for nude designates a male, since a female nude would be spelled with an E at the end of the word. To confirm the fact that the nude is a man, we can look at one of the studies made by Duchamp in 1912, Sad Young Man on a Train. Movement is also portrayed here through overlap and repetition, and the title is much more direct on the gender of the subject. Duchamp identified this as a self-portrait, so there are chances that the nude descending a staircase is Duchamp himself. The reason why the gender of the subject is important is because male nudes weren't as common as female nudes, and the ambiguous nature of the model's gender was one of the reasons why this painting was hated. Another reason why people despised this artwork is because it was, in a way, disrespecting the tradition of nude portraits. The committee that first rejected the painting in Paris said that a nude should be respected. Something as trivial as going down a set of stairs is not worthy of a nude. Finally, a lot of people were simply confused by the painting, not knowing what to look at. Keep in mind, in early 20th century America, art was generally conservative and most people weren't that used to seeing cubist imagery. So when reading the title, it created even more frustration as the viewers couldn't see how it was related to the image. It seemed as if Duchamp was deliberately trying to confuse the audience. Though the image can be confusing, it's actually inspired by another artist's study of motion, Edward Muybridge. In 1872, there was a debate on the following question. While running, can a horse's 4 feet be elevated from the ground at the same time? Muybridge, to answer the question, positioned 12 cameras and recorded the first ever stop motion. From there, he started creating more stop motions, and in 1887, he photographs women walking down steps. In 1882, Étienne Jules Maré created a photographic process which allowed him to photograph 12 frames in one image, creating these kind of pictures. By combining both relatively new effects, Duchamp in 1912 created this painting, and by doing so, through controversy, he gained notoriety in 1913. This newly acquired fame will allow him, 4 years later, in 1917, to perform a stunt which will revolutionize the art world. This event will be the subject of next week's video. We'd like to thank our supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to become a patron, check us out on patreon.com/thecanvas.